but cool.
I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Oh, Heidi, Heidi.
Hey, everybody.
Say, nice to see everybody today.
That
Where are we? Right there. There's Dina.
is everybody.
Great to be with you all. And thank you again, Mike, for your enormous generosity.
Yeah, thank you.
This comes at such an opportune time. We
That
we're bringing a new employee on next week. Actually, he starts on Saturday. The young man who's been working at PetSmart, so he's paid his dues.
Definitely.
And is one of our favorite fish people in the community. So we're very excited about him joining our team.
That will be exciting.
He has. We'll introduce you when we get a chance. One of his responsibilities is going to be to maintain the populations of plants that we have in vats and tubs, and also to begin developing a breeding program and fry rearing program so that we can actually be providing some of the fish that we're selling. So very excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun, and will be instructional because we'll be able to show how we breed things like tetras and not just cichlids, but rainbows, some of the more unusual fish, gobies, and so forth. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Right. Adam Armbruster is here. Right? Adam 3G is here. Dire Wolf, Blue Mint, Brandon Bartley. Let's see if we can get Miranda a wrench. Let's see who else is without appropriate identification here. Let's see, Brendan Bartley. Hi, Brendan. Nice to have you with us.
Mhm.
Let's see. Where'd he go? There we go. And as moderator, you are Wrench. We'll see how long it takes YouTube to actually make it happen.
Right.
Scort is here. Hello, Scort. Fish Fam Link. Charles Fitzgerald. Let's see.
Hey, it looks like he's got his wrench. Awesome.
Oh, that quick. Very
That was
good.
pretty fast.
That's pretty good. They must not be busy over there.
Right.
Christian B. Hello, Christian B.
Oh, Jim needs a wrench.
Jim Molino is another newbie. Need to get him taken care of here real quick. Welcome to the show, Jim. Nice to have you with us.
Definitely.
West Virginia Mama is here. Hello, hello. And Jennifer Freyer. Hi, Jennifer. Nice to see you.
And Adam Armbruster, he would like to see 3G's tank.
Amen. Amen.
Right? He's got some amazing tanks.
Really. Let's see. We need to, I want to get, where are we going? Here. I want to get the background. Get our fish tank. Yours looks so much better than mine. Mine's kind of messy and incomplete. And I got this tank sitting here that needs to come out of there. I'm bringing the 40-gallon over from the house, the 25-year tank. And we're going to put it in front of the window there, I think is the plan. So, but the stand also needs to go. So I've got to get rid of all that before I can bring it in, and then I will need a new stand for there. So it's all kind of up in the air. I may just wind up keeping that stand. I don't know. Corey wants it real bad, and I'm not of a mind to prevent him from getting it. Big Time Adventures, Flatbed Aquatics. Hello, hello, Fish Family. User, Father Fish. User.
That's an interesting name.
Hi, Father Fish, it says. User. That's funny. Well, he certainly is, isn't he? Yes, we all are. Where is he? There he is, right there. 3G says, sorry, I'm fishing. I would never be sorry about fishing.
Right? Lucky.
Really. I keep thinking I need to go fishing, and then I don't do it.
Same
I
here.
need to figure out a way to do it, to just have all my gear. Well, I know what I've got to do right now is go get my license, which is pretty easy to do. It has to be renewed every year. Anyone have any thoughts on a good centerpiece fish for a 20-gallon?
That's a good question.
Jack says killifish, or is he talking to Direwolf? I don't know. Well, with my nephew to get a new fishing rod set up last week. Very good. That was Scort. I got lots of gear. I just need to load it into my car and then drive over to Ocean City, and I can fish right from the dock.
Oh, that's nice.
So I need to do that, and it's a good time to go fishing right now. I can even get bait over there. All I got to do, I could even rent a rod, actually, which I don't need to do. I got plenty of them, but I need to get over there and do it.
Definitely.
Christos Pap. Hello, hello. Well, we got a bunch of new people there. Let's get Christos a wrench. Now, those of you who are getting wrenches for the first time, you need to go over to Father Fish and uh, sign up so that the next time you come back, you will still have your wrench. If you don't have, if you're not if you're not signed up on the Father Fish channel, then the wrench will disappear. So be sure to do that so that you can keep your membership in the shoal up to date. Gavin King just about to switch some stingray pups that have grown out in a bare bottom tank as their breeder kept them. Now they're bigger. How should I migrate them over to sand? Just do it. They're going to be very happy on sand. It just won't be an issue at all. Christy's saying, "What's a wrench do?" Well, it makes you a moderator, so you can function as an entry level moderator. But more importantly, it makes you a member of the shoal.
Mm-hmm.
So we is Brenda here? Did I?
Yep.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Brenda.
Hey.
I guess she came back. She was out for a bit. I was supposed to go out, and I came back here and fell asleep instead. So used the wrench to boink someone on the head that gets out of line. So well, there you go. Yeah,
That works too.
and it is boink level stuff, so it's not permanent. It's just a reminder that that we are a team here. We are unified as team members, and we are not to be untoward toward each other. How's my
Absolutely.
leg feeling? Oh, Scort says to Brenda, how's Brenda's leg feeling? She is doing better.
That's good news.
She is doing much better. So we're pleased about that. Yo-yo, we-o. However you say ooh-I-o, ooh-I-o, ooh-I-o. Nice. Prayers, everyone, for Megan. She's having trouble right now that we can't talk about, but she needs our prayers and our positive thoughts, and may very well need our helps. So, but do keep her in mind and be sending strong positive thoughts her way.
Will do.
Chatterbox, hope you will, Brenda, right? Got a sex. Yeah, Brenda's doing good. Brenda's always doing good. She's always in pretty good shape. Yes, prayers for Megan. Absolutely, prayers for Megan.
Definitely.
Father Fish and Dina. Amen. Trevor. Hey, Trevor. Go back to ortho on the 18th. Uh-oh. I just got clicked off on YouTube.
Oh no.
Let's see if I'm still on. Yeah, I'm still up. Yeah, YouTube just shut me down.
Mm.
Get back up here. There we are. Let's see. Now we got to scroll back down to the bottom here. We're good. Sorry, autocorrection. Was that you who did that, Chatterbox? Autocorrect. Be back tomorrow the next day to get some plants. Very good. Bravo. Had a fellow call from Mississippi today who's all excited about setting up a couple of brand new tanks.
Oh nice.
A 50 and a 75. So
Oh wow.
Steve Doria Jr. Steve Doria Jr. for bringing out so much joy, Father Fish. You resonate with my soul. Well, isn't that kind?
That is.
Thank you, Steve. And let's get Steve a membership here in the show.
Definitely.
There you go. Got him.
Awesome.
Hey, Floors. Wednesday is sponsored by Mike 1993. Ain't that the truth?
Definitely.
As with Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Truth.
And just a reminder, guys, tonight's show and tell us if you want to come up and show off your tanks, you're welcome to.
Oh, goodness sakes. Cinnamon, hoping to do my day trip next week. Are you away, Father Fish? No, I will be sure to be here, Cinnamon. So look
That's
forward to
amazing.
it. That'll be very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
If you have extra angels, Cinnamon, I could, in fact, if there's anybody over your way who has angels, I am in dire need of angels. Anyone within range of me, within driving range, who's breeding fish, I will always buy locally bred fish. There are few exceptions to that, but there are a few exceptions to that. Although generally I can even treat them as feeders. I do store credit unless you're a professional breeder, in which case I will buy them from you. But I'm happy to do store credit. Cinnamon said, I might know one who is koi. Yeah, by all means. Thank you.
Nice.
Somebody just popped up. Who popped
Yep.
up?
Christy.
Christy Whitfield. Hi, Christy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Nice to have you with us. I think you got your tank sitting in a window. How nice.
That is nice.
So you can look through and see the great outdoors.
I love it.
Now you brought this up last week, I think. Didn't we see this tank last week? Are you there, Christy?
I'm
Okay.
hearing double for some reason. I wasn't here on the live last week. I can hear.
Turn the volume off on your YouTube channel, and that'll keep the echo down. There's a lag between them, is the problem.
It's a beautiful tank.
Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Nice tank.
I like how it can get natural lighting. That's nice.
Looking pretty good, Christy.
Definitely.
All right, there we go.
Good.
But so I actually about 4 days ago I added 10 of these females or 14 of these females, and these are the only 14 that lived. I talked to Corey, and he's told me to get some Melafix and some Pimafix and put in there, and then when I buy fish in the future, like quarantine them and treat them before I put them into the tank.
It doesn't
But-
have to be a small one. It won't really matter.
But this tank is about a month old. It doesn't look like there's dirt in the front because I kind of shifted the dirt back a little bit so that it would just show sand in the front. but there's definitely 1 inch of dirt in here with the 2-inch sand cap.
Nice.
Yeah. It looks great.
But I have 3 male guppies, 4 female guppies, 2 Pandagara, and somewhere hiding in there I have 4 Amano shrimp. Let me
Okay.
take this off the let me take this off the stand here. I've got I don't know if you guys can see it, but
Pandagara.
yeah, and then I got a bladder snail right there.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got up here in the corner back here, I have some zebra snails.
Okay.
And then I have a Nerite racing snail right here.
Right.
See if I can get a better angle on them.
Yeah.
There's another zebra there.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
But the tank's about a month old. The plants are starting to grow a little bit better.
Okay.
I wish they'd grow a little bit faster.
Well, they will. They will. It just they need to get their root system out, and then they'll just start jumping up.
Right. Well, I'm hoping that these will grow quick enough because over here, I bought a 75-gallon that I'm going to be doing.
Oh my! How nice!
That's gonna be
This
fun.
thing,
Oh,
I have it covered right now so the cats don't get into it.
Right.
But I got a 75-gallon right there.
Very cool.
That's going to go next to my desk. But this is just a little 10-gallon, but I figured I'd put some guppies in here and get some plants started so that when I do my bigger tank, I have a place to trim plants from and things like that.
You bet. Looking good.
That
All
it
right.
is.
I'm going to shut this off now. Thanks for letting me join.
Oh, you bet. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Nice to meet you, Christy.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Let's
Louis
see.
Goodyear would like to know, do you need guppy fry?
I can do that if they're. I will be in about a week. I'll be set up to be able to raise fry. We're not really set up right now. I mean, I could do it and I could keep them, but it's a little risky without having a proper setup for raising fry. But I will be able to. So in fairly short order, I think. Let's get aquatic news up here. Tommy, hello.
Hello, Dina and Father Fish. How are y'all?
Great.
Good.
How are you?
Doing wonderful. It's been a minute, so I just wanted to give you an update. I think it's actually been a couple months since I've given you updates on what's been going on in my little fish shed here in this little neck of the woods.
Looks nice.
That it is.
Yeah.
Great rock. Tell me about the rock.
So those are Seriu stone. And then
Okay.
in the back, the more white one is a quartz that we found in Arkansas. Obviously, I have
Very good.
loads of quartz and rocks and porous rocks that we
Nice.
found while mining in Arkansas.
It's great rock.
Yeah, this is a 20 long with orange Venezuelans,
Uh-huh.
and of course it's dirted as well. I've grown fond of doing the sand bag method because of Corey's and then Geophagus. I just I have a bag. I'm just gonna stick it in an old filter sock, put the soil in an old filter sock, and then put the sand on top of it. So I've been doing that, and it's been going pretty well for them. And
Good.
then my big native tank
Oh
is
my.
doing
Wow.
pretty dang good too.
Oh, that is way cool.
That is.
Look at that.
So this is the 65-gallon that I showed y'all before with the shiners, and somewhere in here hiding. Where is the guy? There. Where'd he go? I can see him. There he is. Is the bluegill.
Oh, he is beautiful.
Wow.
So I've got 3 of those bluegill in here. There's
Okay.
a smaller one down here, and then 2 of these bigger sized ones
did you collect the driftwood, or is that something you
No.
purchased?
Now this is Mopani, but there is driftwood that I do collect. I don't have any of those pieces in my tanks in here, but I actually just made a new video on a riverside tank that I did. It's a rimless 20 long that's only 3/4 full. And I'd found a hollowed out tree stump while we were out collecting these bluegill.
Oh,
And the tree stump fits just in the 20 long where you can fit your hand in the front, your hand in the back, and it sticks out the top of it about 2 to 3 inches. So I did a bunch of terrestrial plants across the top and moss across the top of the log. It's really cool. Here, if you give me a second, I'll show you real quick. Hold on, I hit the wrong thing. Let me switch this around, and I'll show you.
Mhm.
All right, I'll show you later. But it's really neat, really pretty. It was definitely a passion to put together.
right.
You can tell the Texas spring has definitely hit. It is green and vibrant here.
That it is.
So how is your homestead? Looks wonderful.
It's doing really good. Doing really good, actually.
Awesome.
All right, here I'm in here now. Be able to show you. Switch this around.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's peperomia on this side, Dieffenbachia on that side, and I built like a sconce over it to hide the light source that I'm still working on.
Tommy, that is amazing. You have done an amazing job with that. Wow.
It's just a little filter on the back that's just kind of trickling over the moss to keep it wet. The roots of these plants right here, just like sitting across the log, and that wet moss is helping to keep those roots wet as well. So
Yeah, amazing.
yeah, and
work.
it's I don't have the light set up in here yet with what I'm going to be running, but so far it's bluefin killies, orange-throated darters, and a couple Corydora pygmaeus.
Oh wow, that is impressive.
Yeah, I figured they'd be able to handle it a little bit. You can see it better now.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Right.
See the mess and all my rest of my plants for my garden.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I just wanted to give y'all an update on what was going on with the big native tank that I have. It's got the sandbags. Is working really well.
Great to see you, Tommy.
You as well. Always absolutely a pleasure. You're one of my favorite people. I mean, I can't help it.
You see what's over my left-hand arm here?
Do what?
Can you see a screen?
Sorry, one more time.
Do you have a screen? Can you see us?
A stream?
Screen, picture. Can you see us on video?
Oh, I can now. Yeah.
Do you see what's behind Father Fish?
Oh, I do. Yeah, it's one of the paintings.
Yeah, this is a painting Tommy did for us.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Great work.
mountains
Yeah,
in the fall with all the orange
we got-
foliage.
Oh, it's sideways. Let me get it straight. We haven't finished the office yet, so we haven't figured out quite where to put it. But it will be in a place of dominance once we get things squared away here.
That was based off of a place that my wife and I call heaven. A little
cool.
spot in Tucker Ponds in Colorado.
Really?
You,
Wow.
you pull into Tucker Ponds, and it's just like a big camping area. And you drive up the side of this mountain and scale up the side of this mountain on a a dirt road or a little bit of gravel if you're lucky, but mostly dirt. And after about 30-40 minutes of driving, you go just over this peak and you pull into this beautiful meadow. And I guarantee you, whatever you're picturing right now as far as a beautiful meadow, that's exactly what it looked like.
Wow.
Sounds
Just
so
flowing downhill, down from the mountains with a perfect babbling brook stream of mountain water melt and the grass and all the vegetation growing right up to the edge of the water. I mean, just perfect. Perfect.
Nice.
Definitely.
Anyway, well, I'll hop off of here so that somebody else will have a chance. But it was great.
Delighted to have you up. Nice to
Oh.
have you here.
Delighted to see you and have a chance to talk to you again. Love you guys. Y'all have a good one.
Bye for now.
Bye.
We got a gang up here. Let's see.
That we do.
Look at this. Goodness sakes. Let's get oh, that's Dina. I thought it was Dean. It's Dean. Yeah. Dean
Yes,
is
Dean.
here. There he is. Hey,
Hey,
Dean.
Hey, good afternoon. Been a while since I've checked in, so I just wanted to kind of show off some of the new plants I got.
It's looking good.
How about that?
I like that stone that Aunt Sue gave you. That looks really cool in the tank.
What is that? You have giant marble there.
Yeah, that turned out really neat. It was a good touch.
Oh,
I managed to get some color in there too. So,
oh yeah.
and then there's my mollies and my mystery snail. Had another round of babies, so we got some.
Yeah. Molly's. That's a pretty one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, he is.
The male Molly. Some guppies.
The one with my little yellow fin. Yeah,
He's definitely pretty.
if I can get it to get in here just right, maybe I can catch some of the little babies.
Yeah, actually, I see one in the middle.
Yeah.
Looks like you just had a fresh round of babies.
I think this will be my third round that I've had
Wow.
in about as many months. So,
On gangbusters, so that's great.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be stealing some of those to put in my tank.
You could put them in your turtle tank.
Really? Now, that would be cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
well, thank y'all. You want to jump off here too and let somebody else come up?
Thank you, Dean. Oh, listen, while I've got you, has Ryan been in touch with you about the Natural Aquarium channel?
Not yet, but I'll be looking for it.
Okay, he needs to because we want to put him in charge of that channel. We have a new channel we're going to be starting called the Natural Aquarium, and it will be linked with Father Fish in our system. Ryan's been doing some wonderful videos, and we're going to be they will be appearing on the new channel. So excited about that. He needs some help getting set up so that he can be in control of that channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yep. I'll be glad to work on it.
Thank you, Dean. Nice to see you.
Nice to see y'all. Thank you.
All right, Vernon Miles is here.
Hi, Father Fish.
Good. How are you, Vernon?
I'm a new daddy, apparently.
A new daddy.
Apparently, last week when I asked you about my geos, digging holes, it wasn't the geos. It was the fire mouse. So this is what I woke up to this morning.
How did we have two channels?
I have no idea. We've got shown it twice somehow.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen it do this.
I'm special.
Oh, because I got you here twice. Okay, let me remove one. There we go.
There we go. Well, apparently, I've got like 300,
Wow.
and they apparently were born early this morning because I said like at 3 o'clock.
What are they?
Fire mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well, no, they were born 3 or 4 days ago. They've been laying on the bottom for several days, and they're now just beginning to swim.
Okay.
So they actually hatched 2 to 3 days ago.
Oh,
That's cool.
Let's take a look at them again.
Oh, definitely.
Look at that. My word.
Wow.
Not amazing.
That is.
Like,
There's so many of them in there.
my
right?
question is, how do I get them out? Because I had a green terror, a yellow severum, a red dotted severum, my 3 geos in there this morning. So I jerked all of them out.
Yeah, don't try to get them all. What you want to do is decide how many you want to try to raise and just take that many out or a little more that you can raise up, maybe 20, 25, something like that, or even 10, whatever the number is. And you can use a siphon. You can actually siphon them out. That's probably the easiest way. Siphon them into a bucket and then pour that into whatever tank you've had.
Okay.
Ready for them.
Yeah, this was a mad rush this morning.
Oh, bad. Well, that's exciting.
I thought they were spitting sand again.
Right.
And I looked at it, and it's like, sand doesn't go to the top.
Sand
Right.
is swimming. Right. Funny.
I mean, they've uprooted just about every one of the plants I got from you. It looks like the Sahara Desert had windstorms go through it.
Oh, no.
Right.
And they've dug down deep enough through the sand to the actual substrate that I got from you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So as you can see, it looks like a disaster went through here.
well, that's great fun. It's always nice to have a tank full of baby fish.
So how many do you want?
Fire mounts. I don't think I want any.
Okay.
One of those fish that I will have 2 or 3 typically, but I think I've already got a couple.
So do I.
Sellers, yeah. Well, that's nice. Raise a few up, and if you get them up to an inch, I will buy them from you if you want to ship them out.
All it takes me is 35 minutes to drive from here to you.
Well,
Oh, awesome.
get them up to about an inch, and I'll be happy to take whatever you raise up that you want to trade in.
Okay, doke.
That'd be great fun, Vernon.
Chatterbox is curious, Vernon, if you'd be able to show the parents.
Yeah, sure. Here is mommy. Well, if she holds still.
Oh yeah.
And daddy is over in the back corner here.
Yeah, I see him.
So
Let me
many
see.
babies.
He's guarding.
Oh, he was flaring up earlier.
Right.
I'm trying to get him out
There
to flare up. There she is, all flared up.
Oh, wow.
Look at
I've
that.
never seen them flare before.
Yeah, that neat.
That is.
Keeping everybody away.
She does not like anything near this glass.
Oh, great fun.
That it is.
Come on, flare up for me. He don't want to do it.
Really.
Camera shy.
Good job, Vernon. Very nice.
So your father fish method, the tank system, apparently is working well in this tank.
Looks to be.
Definitely.
Good job.
All right, guys, you have a good night.
Thank
You
you so
too.
much. Bye for now.
That's a
All
lot
right.
of babies.
Yeah, Jacob is here.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I released some live shrimps up in here and they went crazy over these things. But some of them are still living. See them still
Uh-huh.
moving?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But the guy told me they won't live very long because they raised them in salt water.
They're
Mm.
brine shrimp. Yeah.
But the guy he lost Popeye. Look, see his eyes are both normal. Look,
That's great.
Oh, that
Yep.
is.
get that. I naturally took that problem away from him. Perfect. No scarring, no nothing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And same with the male angelfish. Look, see, he left with scarring, but it's the inflamedness went down, and he's just scarred from it from the redness because of the tissue that it it caused an issue, but it's
Yeah.
gone. But he's just scarred a little bit from it. But my buddy said that sometimes can stunt their growth a little bit if they were scarred like that.
No, I don't think so. Looks good though. You're doing great.
Yeah, you are.
That's not hard to. It's not easy to get rid of that Popeye.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. His eye was really bulging out. And do you know what this crustacean is? They're black, and they got a real heavy shell on them. It's that thing right there. It's a
I see it.
crustacean. There's a few of them in here.
Looks
Here's
like
another one.
it's a limpet. It looks like a limpet. A type
A
of
limpet.
yeah.
Are they one of the good ones to have?
Snail. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah,
No,
limpets are really nice. I've got several in my tank. They're just white.
I can't tell for sure, but it looks
there's
like
a
that's
few
what it
right
is.
here. There's like 4 of them right here. They're
Yeah, it
eating the
looks like
stuff.
a limpet.
But them thingies that jump, they're expanding up here. So sometimes I'll just push them down to feed a little bit. They're growing crazy over here.
Right. Yeah.
The
And
springtails are
then
fun.
over here, you should see them. They're going crazy over here. Watch this.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Look at all things jumping. They
Yeah.
are going bananas. I can't stop them in there. Them things are going crazy.
Hey, it's
You need to
natural
But
fish
they
food.
get a
they do
hatchet
it.
in there. They'll make
But that's
sure.
all I do. I give it leaves, and I mean I just that's all I do. I give it pure biology. So the biology that is in it keeps on going. I give it advancements so that the system doesn't fail on me. So when
Right.
it does struggling, which it does show me signs, that's when I help it with the biology by giving it more of what it needs. So you basically overwhelm it, but you don't overwhelm the system,
Right.
if that makes sense. That's how I learned it from you, from watching your videos, that you overwhelm it, but you don't overwhelm it. It's like same concept as in taking something and throwing it around your neck, and now you're forced to try to breathe. It's the same concept with the leaves. You overdo it, but you don't overdo it to where when it does start breaking down, it clogs the whole system down there. You want it
Well,
to be
that's
able to
right.
still break down.
Yep.
But the copa, the tapa leaves, they are breaking down already. Look, they're starting to. Oh no,
Sure
that's
enough.
not
They're
Yes,
breaking
they
here.
down
are.
Here,
now.
they're breaking down. So it took about a week for them to start breaking down.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And
Aquatic News. Tommy says rainbow fish. That would be a nice tank to have rainbows in.
they got a lot of them down there in Morgansville. They got real pretty rainbows.
Yeah, that's a pretty fish, and they're not all aggressive. It would do very
Mm-mm.
well in your tank.
I think they would. And then I got 2 more of these guys, so that I'm gonna hot rod these, and then what I'm gonna do is stick one on top of each one of them, so it'll be a tall sponge.
Oh, cool.
That
So
will
that
be.
way
Very good.
take up more surface area so that I ain't got to put an external pump on there. I can
Right.
just use sponge filters. Just make it a bigger sponge filter. That way it'll
Looking
take up
good.
more area for me.
Thank you, Jacob, very much.
Yeah,
Let's
thank
get
Thank
you.
you.
Daryl up here. Nice to see you. Looking
Thank
great.
you.
Daryl, where'd it go?
Yep.
Hi there.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good,
How are
good.
you?
So I'm doing all right. My water's kind of funky. It looks perfect, but I don't know. The nitrates and nitrites are super high.
Well, you can ignore that.
Ignore that.
You know,
Okay.
don't get yourself bent over that. The
All
fish
right.
fine. Just keep an eye on the fish. If they're
Okay.
healthy, the main reason is you don't have near enough plants in there.
Yeah, I gotta get some more.
And that'll control the nitrates.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
the
All right.
nitrates. That's how you control it.
And these little guys that I told you I thought were eating my plants, they are destroying them. I got to get them out of here. Bonus Aries Tetris, they
Yeah,
are destroying. They've like ate 3 plants down to the sand.
yeah. Buenos Aires are one of the 2 or 3 fish that do eat plants. There aren't
Yeah.
many, but you managed to get one of them.
Well, I seen there was like 5 of them attacking one plant at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, wow. And then I watched some videos on them and found out that they're notorious for that. So
Yes,
yeah,
they are.
but yeah, that's just mostly what I was worried about. I did a couple water changes from Saturday over, and I got the ammonia went down. It was really high too. Um, and I also tested my well water, which came out. It's only problem with it is it's really soft. Like on the little test kit, it took 1 drop and it was turning yellow already. It's supposed to go blue, green to yellow, and it just went straight yellow. Like really soft water. I don't know if that has any effect or
Well, just get some more plants in there. That's going to solve the problem.
more plants. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. And get these guys out of here, right?
yeah, I guess. Right.
I like them. They're cool fish. They swim around nice. And
Yeah.
my blue neons, I don't know if they just have too much room or what, but they're not schooling together at all. They're just all random out through the tank. And none of them have died. Only
Large,
thing has died is I've had 2 black skirt tetras die and 2 corridors little catfish die.
right.
And
If
that's
you
it.
want, if you want the neons to school, you need to have a large group of them.
Okay, I put 10. I put 10 in there, but I want to grow it, but I thought 10 would school.
Probably, well, you would think so. It might. It's a big tank, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess they just got too much room, and I also heard that there needs to be some type of something that makes them school, like some type of predator or something. So, is that true or is that not true?
Well, I don't know. That's an interesting thought. I would not test it by putting one in there because you'll wind up with fewer and fewer of them.
Yeah.
But something big, maybe like a pleco, that's not going to bother them, but might cause them to band together for protection.
Okay. All right. Well, I do want to grow that. I want to put a bunch of those in there. I want like
That would be nice.
huge
Yeah.
school of them. I
Yeah.
went to a store up over the weekend, and they had a tank with 150 of them in it,
Wow.
That's
So
impressive.
and it was not as big a tank as this, and it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Get
Sorry about this. I'll
plants
be
in
right
there
back.
before you
All right.
put more fish in.
What's that?
Get plants in there
Oh
before
yeah,
you put more fish in.
yeah. I'm not gonna put yeah. So if I take these bonus areas out, I should just not replace them with anything right now. Just leave them out.
What? Yeah, I would till you get the plants built up because you're
Okay.
running a risk with
So there's 10 of them in there. Once I get them out, there'll be 10 neons and 4 black skirts and 3 corridors in there. So that's probably good to just let it run for a while.
Well, I would get plants in there.
I mean, that and more plants. Yeah. I definitely need more
Day
plants.
or two. Do that right away.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I didn't really know how much the plants were going to fill up, and I don't know. Trying to watch my finances a little bit.
Yeah, I understand. Well, if they're where part of the country do you live in?
Oh, I live in South Carolina.
Well, you
Down
might
there, the Savannah River, Edisto River. I'm pretty close to both of those.
you might find some plants. It's a little early in the spring yet, but you can put wild plants in there as well. If you
Well, I
got,
did. I put one. This one came out of the river. That tall one right there.
yeah,
Yeah, it came out of the river. And there's a creek right down this street that these sticks here came out of.
yeah,
They're like covered in like some moss and stuff. I don't know if you can see it.
yeah, yeah. And try to get well. That's nice. That's really good.
Yeah.
You can put wild plants in there. That's perfectly appropriate to do.
This in the back there, it's called like a hornwort, I think. Is that what it is?
Or kabamba, yeah.
It seems like it's growing really good, really quick.
Yeah.
I don't really see much else that seems like it's growing, but that seems like it's gotten taller in just a week.
Yeah, see if we can get out and check the stream. See if you can find anything or a pond.
Okay. And just
Or the river.
right. Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Thank you, Daryl.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
We'll talk to you later.
Just got back.
Mercy. Oh, dear.
Definitely seen some nice tanks tonight.
Waco Army is saying he's in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
He said they have a rainbow in the Hunter Valley that is aggressive, that is very aggressive. That's interesting. I'm not aware of aggressive rainbows. I certainly don't doubt that there are some such, but I've never encountered them.
Yeah, I've never heard of them to be aggressive. That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. I guess it really depends on where the fish is from. Probably, does that affect its behavior, Father Fish? Maybe the.
Steve was talking about floating plants, which is a really good idea.
Yeah, floating plants are always nice to have.
You know, duckweed, anything at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my favorites is the water lettuce because it's so much easier to remove.
Yeah, it certainly is.
It definitely takes up a lot of the nitrates too.
Right. Sonny G. Jimmy is here. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, Father Fish.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What do we got here?
This is a 55-gallon I set up probably like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Got some rummy nose tetras, and I got some cories and a pair of apistos in here.
Alrighty.
I was wondering, my nitrites have been going up a little bit. I haven't even tested for nitrates, but is that something I should just leave? I mean, the fish seem pretty happy for the most part.
As long as the fish are not affected, you got enough plants in there to control it, and they'll provide better control. Just limit your feeding, so you're not feeding heavily, because that builds nitrates. And it'll be okay. I think you're okay.
Cool. Do I have enough plants in here and everything?
You could use more. If you can do it, fine. They will grow in.
Okay.
If you're able to get more in, by all means do so. You've got some floaters, so you're probably okay.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I was thinking about adding some rainbow fish in here eventually, but
That'd be nice. Yeah,
just take my time with it.
looking good. I like it.
It is.
Yeah, I got the apistos over here.
Is that an albino crevensis? Is that what that is?
I think it's a McMaster.
Oh, very good. And a pisto. How nice.
Yeah, thank you.
A
Yeah,
gold
looks
one,
great.
no less.
I love that driftwood.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I think it's just some spider wood.
Right.
Yeah, got some glue on it because they didn't stay down, and then yeah.
Right.
Right.
You've been good, Jimmy. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Let's see. Hawkins is here.
Hey,
Hey.
Hi there.
hey, how you doing? I'm Mike
Good. How are
1993.
you?
I'm doing
Welcome.
good. Yeah, I got my 15-gallon. Let's see, right here. So I still have it. Adding more plants to it. I got some moss in there. Still the blind cave. I do have a concern though. See, my paradise fish. He lays on that one in particular lays on the bottom a lot.
What is it?
I don't know. It's a paradise fish.
Oh, he's
Can you see it?
just being a goofball.
Okay. Okay. And then
Oh,
I mean that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's probably bored.
Yeah.
There's nobody for him to kill.
Oh. Yeah. What else could I put in here? Like other than the tetras that I have.
Well, most anything really. You could put light bearers in, like mollies, platies. You could do.
Okay.
That would be an easy one to do. And there are lots and
Platies,
lots.
mollies.
Yeah, platies, mollies, tetras, lots of different kinds of tetras. You could do like Danios.
Yeah, they're pretty fast.
Does it zebra? Okay, zebra Daniels. Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of different kinds of Danios.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Like zebra. Yeah.
But yeah, I still have it, and I have an incandescent light on top. I'm gonna get some better lighting, but this is what I have right now.
Yeah,
So-
some more plants would help.
Okay. Yeah, I want to add more plants this week. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm shopping for some more plants.
Cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Good
no
to see you.
problem.
Appreciate
Good to be on the
it.
stream again. Yeah,
Thanks.
yes, sir.
Bye for
Bye-bye.
now. Prodigious is here, but we don't have his camera. There he is. You got your mic on?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Yeah, there he is.
I just wanted to show you my tank again.
Awesome.
I bought some more plants again.
Oh, nice.
It's looking good.
That aromatica plant is growing really nice. I wanted to ask if I could like snip it in the middle and like replant it.
Right.
You see it?
Yeah.
And then my banjo, my baby banjo's right here.
Oh, cool.
And then my big banjo's right here.
Oh, he is pretty.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we just bought a beta fish. Look, she wants to be on camera.
That's a pretty one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I bought some of these too. I don't know if you can really tell what they are, but they're 4-leaf clovers.
The plant.
Yeah, I think my tank is coming on quite nicely.
Yes, it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Well, I'm listening to the best people in the world.
Well, appreciate it, Prodigious. Nice to see you. Good to
Nice
have
to
you
see
with
you.
us.
I'll see you guys later. All right. I gotta
Right.
get ready for work.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Oh, what else is going on here? Let me get over on YouTube so I can see. I'm way back at 6:50. It's well after that.
Oh yeah.
At the end. What time is it?
Actually, it is 6:50. I don't know why I was thinking it
Okay, I'm
was.
right at the bottom. Yeah,
You're there.
it was. Il Prosciutto, a tank with snails and copepods, is a healthy tank. Certainly is. First fish coming tomorrow, but dead and live leaves months ago. Dead and live. I don't know what you meant by live. If you mean by that, leaves from a pond that had a life on them, that I certainly concur. Nice. Sunny G. LVKA. Invincible. When those lines fill in, this that could be amazing. Right. Chatterbox. More plants, the better. Squirt, Chatterbox, Psycho Plant Lady, Christian B. Oh, David Fink is here. Hi, David. Coleco Army. Invincible. Looks like everybody's got a wrench.
Yep.
Doobie-doo. David Fink. Hi, David. Am I good on bettas? Christian wants to know. You know what I need is I've got a lot of young ones. Although I think I'm down to just one tank. So yeah, we could do bettas. We're moving all of our tanks as soon as we get a little extra help in here to do so. All of the 10s are going to go on one wall. So we're real excited about that. And then the other wall is going to be a 125, which is 6 feet, and a 75, which is 4 feet. So it'll be 10 feet of tanks on top of 10 feet of tanks. And that's going to pretty well fill that wall. So that'll be real nice, and real excited about doing that. And then from there, to expand, we will need to go to the back area, and that means doing some minor construction so we can build a protected area that we can protect from the cold. Cinnamon Giza is here. Hi, Cinnamon.
Give my camera right. There we go.
There you are.
Yeah, I wanted to show you a couple of new fish that I got at the. Here's a blue cara.
Oh, nice.
I have him for $4.
Oh, such a nice little section.
Yep. And then these are my favorite if I can find where they are. They keep disappearing on me. I think they're the cutest. Where did they go? They were here a second ago. Oh, right here. Here's the little parrotfish. They're going to go, of course, in the. He's a blue one.
A little convict.
Yeah, it's got a mixture of convict and another fish. But the one that I think is the most adorable, if I can find him. Now, are these? I've never had parrots before, of course. Are they aggressive, or are they? What do they do?
It depends. Some are and some.
But they're babies.
They get big.
I've already got plans of having them in the bigger tank.
Yeah, so you'll need to move him when he hits about 2 inches or
Yeah.
or so. Yeah.
I'm looking to see where in the world went the other little guy. He usually is around him, but I don't. There's a little car. Let me see if I can get him to. I fed him a little, but not enough to. Sometimes they'll all hide. If I, of course, there's my crebenza male. He's beautiful. He's gotten quite big, and the female is keeps acting like she may have eggs, but I don't know. Haven't yet.
Well, they're pretty good at their.
He's going to check out the big flecko that I've got there. Let me see. The other one is extremely white, and I got the parrots for $3 too. For some reason, I thought for sure it would be a lot more, and nobody was interested in them this time for some reason. So I had put a few. The Cichlid Club in York is where I got those. But where is? I just saw the other guy too, and now he's disappeared. It's a pearl white parrotfish, and he's the roundest little thing I've ever seen. If they say not as aggressive, then of course I got my Betta's height in the hornwort. Even the hornwort and I've got dwarf lettuce, leaf lettuce, whatever they call those. In there, and my white turquoise have really gotten blue. I don't know if they're getting ready to breed or something or what, but they're all of a sudden really blue. Up there's a female crebenza. She's got a fire red belly.
Yes, she is red.
I know, and I'm like, come on, I have little caves and everything for them, and I'm like, oh, come on.
They'll do it.
You want to give me some babies?
They will.
Oh, he just up and totally disappeared on me, and he's really white, so. Oh, of course, it's the one I wanted to show you. Dina, I think you'd like him the most. He's so cute. Even the guy doing the auction was like, now that is a cute fish.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's pure white, and he's a roly-poly, as my mom would call him. I don't know where he went to, though. He was just right here. And they all know I feed him around this time, so I don't know. Even they have only been here 4 days, but they've already picked up on the feeding pattern, of course.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Oh, yeah. Really fast they do, so.
The first thing they do.
I guess he's not going to come out, so I'm going to let you guys go. And yes, I'll be down. I'll send a note into the club leader, Lonnie. He does a lot of breeding of especially rare fish. Anything that's unusual, he picks up at the clubs and stuff. So, but there is a couple of them angels, and one of them's a koi one, and I know he had a ton of them that he had at swap, so I know he didn't sell them all.
Whatever he has that he has too much of, give me a call and I'll let you know.
Yeah, whether you want it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there he is. He popped up.
Yeah.
Little round rolling poly thing.
Look at that.
That is adorable.
I'm like, I've never seen. I was like, you are just too adorable. You can tear everybody apart, and I'll still think you're cute. So he's been. I always worry that they're not going to make it or something, but him and the other one have done really good. They kind of pal around, and they're small enough now that I don't have to worry about aggression. But
right.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know if any of them get a hold of me, and if it's something. I'll let you know.
Look forward to it.
All righty.
Take care.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, me and the girls, I'll go let them go to the beach, I think, and at least walk on the beach. So, but okay. All right, you guys, have a good evening.
For now. Thank you. Nice. Thank you, Mike. We don't need to get Mike's scroll back up here. Let's get the banner back. There we are.
There we go.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
Mercy. Who else is here? Nobody else here. We caught up. Whew, what a rush.
Right?
Lord, how many people have we had? That's only the first hour.
Count.
We just been here an hour.
Right?
Gracious. Guess we'll hang in for another hour.
Hey, it sounds like a plan. Whatever you feel up to.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Hey, that's good.
I'm sitting here. I'm eating, you know what this stuff is? It's candied ginger.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is good.
Hey, I'm gonna run get Ding's phone. I can give you an update on my tanks.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll do an update next week on the fish room. We're just everything's kind of being switched over right now, so it's all sort of topsy-turvy. We're not topping off tanks at this point or doing much maintenance because we're going to have to move everything. So we're going to do one of these plunk things. We're not going to be tearing tanks down. Although I do want to refocus. I was talking with staff today. I want to be able to feature in the tanks, in the tens particularly, all of the different plants that we carry, which may be just one or two plants in each tank to be able to do that effectively, so that we can really demonstrate how those plants grow and what to expect from them. So that'll be nice. Let's see. What else is going on here? I need to get back up to comments. That's what. Can I plant some of my garden plants in the aquarium? Typically, no. They're not aquatic. There are plants that you can allow to root in your aquarium. There are not many, but there are some. But you need to be able to have the leaves out of the water. While there are plants that like to have their feet wet, they don't like to drown.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can, if they're plants that like to have their feet wet, you can certainly have the root system in the water, but the leaf part needs to be out of the water so that they can breathe properly. They are air breathers; they're not water breathers.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I can show you a few varieties that you got to choose from.
Okay, so you want to show off what you're doing there.
Yep, I'll show off some of my turtle paludarium and show off some of the plants. Actually,
let me get this.
This. Yep.
I got it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. All right. Now, some of the varieties that you can use is philodendrons. Philodendrons work really well. So does the pothos plants, including the silver satin pothos, golden pothos, any of those. You can actually, if you can find it, use pitcher plant or a Brazilian sword that's been grown outside of water. If it's submerged, you don't want to try to convert it. It's too aggravating. Sweet potato slips, which what you do to get those is you grow a sweet potato in water and then cut these nodes. There's little nodes there. You want to cut below that, let it get in water, it'll root, take off the excess leaves. They break off really easily, and that can make a fun vine that'll grow up. Another thing that you can do is the aluminum plant. The aluminum plant does really well growing in a paludarium. Pony's foot goes really well. It's not a fast grower, but it does do really well having its feet wet. Now, my favorite is the mint. Mint works the best for me. It grows right here in my turtle paludarium. I just clip it at a node, like right there would be a good spot. And then just strip off the excess leaves, and you can just grow it out in a jar, or you can plant it directly into the sand. And the last one that I've got here is called a corn plant. Not the type of corn that you eat. They're two totally different plants. But this one was actually grown in water, so it works perfectly for a paludarium. Now let's see if we can actually see any turtles. And actually, there's one. I don't see the female. She's probably hiding again. And this is a total Father Fish paludarium. And the turtles have been loving it. They just need to do a little bit of shedding, so I need to dig him out and get that algae off of him. So once he sheds, he'll be fine. Up, there's the female. There she is. And same with her. She's got a little bit of algae. You can see how small they are. Eastern musk turtles, I love that they stay small. They're so adorable. And this one I named Wartortle. The boy I named Squirtle. I wanted to pick something fun and cute. So another thing that you can do that's really helpful is water lettuce. Because this stuff grows like crazy. And you'll never run out of it, that's for sure. And actually, there's one more plant, the mermaid plant. You can barely see it, it's right there. That also does very well growing out of the water. And, well, they're not out right now. I was hoping they would be out. I was going to show you guys how well the baby mollies are doing. They are larger than my guppies now. See if we got any rice fish. Do a top view. Yeah. They're doing great. Still waiting on them to reproduce. Hoping they will soon. But that's the tanks for right now, guys. Thanks for watching.
Nice.
Get that. There we go.
Very good. Hey, Rory was asking about substrate, and he wanted to do root tabs. Suggested that he look at the list of items that are in the supplement and duplicate what he can. Especially iron. That's a really critical one. And a buffer, a good buffer, in order to be able to hold the pH up. It's really important that the substrate not become acidic. And the best way to prevent that is simply to add buffer. That means calcium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, anything like that that's going to act as a buffer. But root tabs are not a good idea because they're it's a combination of problems with them. They will spur a certain kind of growth, but they're not hormonally how can I say that? The plant grows by sending out signals to local bacteria to produce the specific nutrient that they need, given whatever their stage of growth is. Root tabs burn out the ability of the plant to be able to do that by overwhelming it with simply one nutrient or two nutrients rather than the breadth of nutrients that it needs. What that means is the plant needs different nutrients for different stages in its development, like roots, stems, leaves, flowers would be 4 stages, and of course there are others. So putting in the raw elements that are needful, which the bacteria will then be able to convert to an appropriate nutrient, is the more desirable option. It's something that people who are not paying attention to the realities of a natural aquarium are utterly ignorant of. They're not aware of it at all. And so they make no effort to account for it or provide for that kind of support for the plant. So don't expect anybody at the big box store to understand what you're talking about, because they simply won't. And in point of fact, most pet shops will not. It's a rare pet shop that understands plant growth in any depth at all. And if their solution to plant growth is root tabs, then you know you're dealing with somebody who really does not understand plant growth. So don't get into it with them, because you're just going to get an argument.
Right.
And it ain't a way to make friends. When they see the result of your production, when you start bringing them buckets full of plants and they want to know how you're able to do that, that's the open door to be able to explain it all.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, just do what you're doing. Get over on Discord where there will be a lot of support for that, and you will in time be acknowledged for the genius you are. Let's see. Hierarchy Music says, "Can someone help me, please? I just got 3 blood parrots, and my tiger parrot keeps chasing them, and they are now hiding. I put them up for rehome, but the previous owner said give it longer." Well, there are 2 ways to deal with the problem. At least. You could try punitive measures, but I find that really doesn't work well. It's hard to spank fish.
Right.
But what I would do is remove the tiger for a period of time, a month or 2, long enough for him to no longer be the dominant fish in that tank, at which time one of these other bloods will become dominant. And then when you put him back in, he's going to be in a different role.
Mm-hmm.
And that, unless he's substantially larger than the others, that will work pretty well. If they're about the same size, that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to decide which one you want to keep if it comes down to getting rid of one or the other. Leaving them in together may result in one of them being killed. It may not. It may be that they simply are going to hide and continue avoiding conflict until such time as they're able to establish themselves in the tank and maintain some area of their own. The previous owner is not wrong. Give it a little more time and they're pretty rugged fish. They can handle themselves, and they can handle aggression pretty well. So I would give it another week or so and just see how it goes.
Mhm.
Christian B is here.
Hey,
Hey, Christian.
Hey, Christian.
Hold your camera sideways.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Mhm.
You're standing on end. There.
Hey, it worked.
Now you got it.
all right, yeah, my screen when I was turning it around.
Right.
I just thought I'd show you what the discus tank is looking like.
Nice.
I've
Looks
added
great.
I've added some more plants, and
Yeah.
the water lettuce is really taking off.
That
Very
it has.
cool. Discus look good.
Yeah, they're doing good. This guy right here won't eat anything but mosquito larvae, and I've about wiped out every container I've got around the house. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him.
I've got a new food that is a color enhanced food. We're going to have it available in about a week.
That'd be good.
And I use it with my discus, and they're all over it.
Yeah, she's eating bug bites pretty good, but he ignores them. He'll get one in his mouth and then spit it out. But when I go,
How big are they?
he's about 4 inches and she's about 3.5.
Okay. Yeah. Discus are funny animals. They can go a fairly extended period of time without eating. They also learn to eat in different ways. A lot of them, when they're younger, will learn to eat off the bottom. And those are the easiest ones because if you use a falling food, they'll just stay down there and keep picking at it and keep their bellies full. But there are other discus that will only eat out of the water column, which means the food needs to be either suspended or it needs to be falling very slowly. For those, typically a flake food is about the best solution because it falls slowly. So you might try some flake food with them.
He picks at everything a lot, but when I put food in there, even if it falls slow, he'll look at it and he'll follow it to the bottom. And as soon as it hits the bottom, he'll swim away. But
yeah,
if it moves, if it wiggles, he eats it. But if it doesn't move, he won't eat it.
So he's looking for live food.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Which doesn't bother
It
me.
is.
I've got a supply of it, but I mean,
Which means he's not starving.
and I get tired of bending over the tubs out there with a pipette trying to catch mosquito larvae.
Well, you get a small mesh net, a fine mesh net.
Yeah, that might be the solution.
Yeah, that way you catch a handful of them.
Oh yeah, that'll make it a lot easier. That's how I catch mosquito larvae. I just take one of the smaller nets, run it through the tubs, and dump them in.
Yeah, I'll have to try that. And then over here, I was going to show the pop floaters on 60 gallon. They about got my tank blacked out again.
They sure do, don't they?
Wow.
Is that wisteria coming up out of there?
Oh yeah, it's going crazy.
Yeah.
Love it.
And these, several of these are going to be going to cinnamon.
Cool.
Oh, pretty.
Those are so beautiful.
Oh, nice.
These down here are what I got left to send you if you're ready for them.
Yeah, I'm ready. We can do it. Nice.
Okay.
I got one from you that had a black and white pattern in it, like a panda pattern.
This one's
like
got some.
that. Yeah, sort of like that.
That's
Very
cool.
unusual pattern.
Yeah, that one's black and white and red and blue.
Nice.
Love it.
Odd.
Yeah,
I love the ones with the strange patterns.
Pretty, aren't they?
They are.
They are some odd patterns.
They really are.
But
Yeah, I'll get you a label. We'll
yeah,
do that.
and I've got tons of water lettuce. I got this plant the other day at the local fish store, and they didn't know what it was. I thought it might be guppy grass, but it doesn't look like guppy grass that I see online.
Something comparable to it. There are an awful lot of varieties of. Oh, that looks like octopus to me.
Yeah, that is.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah, I asked them if it was stellatus, and they said they didn't think it was. They thought it would.
Really?
It was some. He first told me it was some type of crypt, and I'm like, no, it ain't a crypt.
It's not a crypt, no.
Yeah, I said it's some sort of grass. It looks like to me, maybe guppy.
Nice. Send me a little piece of it.
Okay.
I'll try to get it going.
All right, I will. And I got so much lettuce, water lettuce, I don't know what to do with it all. I've been putting it out.
I feel you on that.
Need to feed it to a turtle, right?
Yeah, on the
discus. Don't need it.
I put a handful in the discus tank, and it's about to cover.
Right, right. It does have a tendency to do that. It at least is easy to remove.
That's what I love about it. Is it's so much easier to get out of the tank.
Yeah,
I don't mind the water lettuce at all. It's the duckweed and the Salvinia minima that, they explode and just cover everything.
Right.
All right. I guess I'll get over
Thank
here.
you. All right.
All right.
Good to see you, Christian.
Good to talk to you. Hope you're feeling better.
Nice.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
I need to get him a label.
Definitely.
Chatterbox. Add more parrotfish to your collection. Build up your numbers, and you shouldn't have much aggression. Add Val and more rocks.
Mm-hmm.
All good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There was somebody else here, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was my Aunt Sue. I think her connection dropped, so hopefully she's going to be able to come back up.
Yeah, she was there and then disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see her tank.
Right, right. Let's see. Did we do? Where am I? 792. I'm way behind here. Let me get caught up. Oh my word! End up getting caught up. I'm back at 705 or something. 723. There we go.
And Ding needs to come get his phone because Aunt Sue's texting him.
Right. Let's see now. Let me get over here and make sure we got it. John Maya. Sticks from outside are fine to just throw it if they're dry completely, or does this depend on anything? It really does not. So long as they are bone dry, then they're going to float, of course, but they will sink pretty easily. The only issue would be if it's a soft wood, the bark is going to come off. You'll get a lot of tannins. It'll tend to darken the water, and it will decay rather quickly. None of which are a bad thing, but they may be undesirable given your whatever your aesthetic preferences are. John Maya, good to see you in action. Nice. Oh, let's see. Oh, I just lost.
What happened?
I'm getting glitches in YouTube. It's
Oh no.
kicking out and back in.
Hmm.
Trevor says if you need help moving things, I can help. We really do need help in the next day or two. Corey can't move all these tanks by himself, and I can't be much help, and we got nobody else here in the next couple of days. who can do anything to help. So if you got a little time, we certainly can use a few hours. That would be great, Trevor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Did I? I did. John May. Yeah, mosquito larvae is about the best food there is. That's why God invented mosquitoes
Right?
to feed fish.
And it's so easy to culture. It's got to be the easiest culture there is.
Stick a bucket outside, right?
Right?
Really. Let's see. I think we got everybody covered here.
I think so.
Doing.
And it seems like just about every fish will eat mosquito larvae. Like
Yeah,
all mine do.
That's right. Big or little.
Mm-hmm.
Squirt says, my mom won't let me have mosquito larvae.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll tell you what you can do. Take them out of the net. Catch them with a net and let them die in the net. You can even freeze them. Put them in if you got an outdoor freezer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you put them in the tank, they'll be dead. They'll still eat them.
Mm-hmm.
When you're ready, just call me. We're ready. Anytime you're available in the next couple of days, Trevor, just come on in. Because we can do this whenever we get help. It's at that level where we just need an extra set of hands to make it happen. Christy was saying, been having a hard time distinguishing females. Yeah, I've noticed that. I think it's because they're mostly females.
That would make sense.
I think that's why. I think it's not that you can't distinguish females. It's that you don't have any males to select from.
Yeah, that could be the problem. Definitely have.
Trevor, look forward to it. Thank you. Yes, Corey says help would be greatly appreciated. Indeed. Indeed. I've been bugging him to get on this thing, and he really can't do it. He does a lot, and he does everything that he's capable of doing, and then some. But that's a job that requires a couple of sets of hands and some strong hands. It's got to be able to pick up 100 pounds and set it down and pick it back up again.
Yeah, that's definitely some work.
Yeah, so not everybody can do that. I can't do it. It's beyond me anymore.
Yeah, there's no way I could lift 100 pounds, I don't think. Ever.
I used to do it. Although I don't think I ever did double bags of sand. I did do double buckets. I've done double buckets.
That's cool.
But double bags of sand, that's always been a bit beyond me.
Yeah, I always sick Dean on carrying the sand, so that's his
Corey
thing.
says you never bug me. Look at being kind. I do. I bug him.
Hey, Corey, you ought to come up and show off your tanks. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
absolutely. We haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
For sure. Gary First is here.
Oh, cool. Been a long time.
He's from Ireland. Nice to see you. Is there an easy way to make fish food without going to a market? Well, sure. You can chop up any kind of green vegetable that you have in the fridge or growing in the garden. You can boil eggs and feed them, although you want to do that in relatively tiny portions. Um,
How about earlier when you said about freezing the mosquito larva? That would work too, wouldn't it?
well, certainly anything you can harvest locally,
Hmm.
that's all to the good. You can grind up cat food. Cat food is good, both canned and wet and dry.
That's
Cat
interesting.
food makes actually a pretty good fish food, generally.
That is cool. I would have never have thought of cat food.
Let's see. Yeah, and the wet is usually fish. So what happened here? There we go. There he is.
Hey, Corey.
Hey guys.
Hi there. Look at this.
Oh, they're doing great.
Look at this. I recognize these fish.
Oh yeah.
You should too. They're getting
Really?
big.
They are, aren't they?
My little Tetra tank, 29.
Nice.
I got one in here
The salmon are looking good.
with the tiger bar. And there's Albert King.
That's a good mix, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Albert King's in here somewhere. Polypterus senegalis. I don't see him. He's probably back there somewhere.
How big is he?
Probably about 6 inches.
Oh, he's coming along.
Yeah. And then we'll go down here. Hi, babies. I guess hold on a second. I'll turn the light on a little bit. There you go.
Love those discus.
Pretty discus, aren't they?
Oh, they
Yeah,
are.
Been trimming this up once a week because it just grows absolutely out of control.
Oh, it will.
I've let
Those are
the
fish.
Lumpia go just a little bit.
Pretty angel. Look at that koi with the red head. That's
Oh, it's
amazing.
pretty.
Boy, yeah.
Those
That's
guys,
what you mean by the bump on the head. That's what
that's
you
the
mean.
male.
Mhm.
That's the male with the bump.
You can
Yep,
see it
that's the
really
male.
well on that fish. Like,
Very distinct, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
That's the female.
Yeah.
Those are so pretty.
Yeah, they're going to be spawning for long.
Yeah, so Pepper and Lemon, the two champagnes, they just threw their first spawn about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
That is cool.
Nice.
I love those black ones too.
Bring the eggs in if you're not going to hatch them. We'll see if we can get them hatching here.
Yeah, I will. I think so. I saw this male, the pearl scale, and my big male. They were fighting in the back, so I've been looking because I guess one of the females is sitting on eggs. I haven't found them yet, but they've been a lot as he's split thin and everything. So
Yeah.
and then hi baby.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Oh, look at this.
Hopefully, I'll turn to the side where we can see the pattern.
And I added some plants, natans. They look. I love natans.
Yeah, it's a nice plant, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And I got some turquoise rainbows in there. There's 4 of them.
Ah,
They're
Cool.
little.
color.
Yeah. Somewhere. Yeah, they're kind of in there somewhere. And then how can you turn to the side? You can see you.
I love this pattern. The red and blue. That's gorgeous.
Right.
Discus are such pretty fish.
Yeah,
I
she's
love
really
the red
nice.
eyes too.
It's amazing.
It is.
Deep.
That's a pretty
Big
tank
boy.
too. Oh, that is
Yeah.
a big boy. How large are those fish, Corey?
Probably
I was thinking big.
4.
Right around 4 and a quarter. And there's some little yellow babes too.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, those are
There's
cute.
about 6 of those. Their mom was killed by the big electric blue Johanny male. I'm sure he'll come screaming out any second, trying to kill someone. There he is.
Well, you called it.
There. So he's alpha. He's number 1. So he kind of rules the roost, as does Terminator here. They're kind of the 2 alphas. So they kind of keep everybody in line. But yeah, that's about. They've all started to grow out pretty well. Nice colors, and some of the Rotalas. I've sort of plugged in some of the new plants. We just new type of Ludwigia. It's really, really pretty. It sort of looks like a variegated pothos a little bit.
It does.
How well that's kind of grew, but
That is nice.
I'm getting some. And there's a purple Ludwigia right back there. You can kind of see it.
Oh, cool. I've never seen a purple one.
And there's a couple other ones that are kind of coming up. This one is a red, so it'll end up, like that, the Rotala red. So I've been trying to put some different colors in. This one's starting to turn. The Rotala's starting to turn. Yes, we see you. You're pretty.
That he is.
Yeah, they're not shy. They never have been. They're always up here kind of just seeing what I'm doing, and I'm just seeing what they're doing. So we just kind of
right. I love how lush your tank is.
Yeah, this one's really, really lush. It's really nice.
Gorgeous. That is gorgeous, Corey.
Yeah. My little Tetra tank. This is my favorite tank, the Tetra tank. I don't know why. I love Tetras.
That's a pretty tank, too.
They're just so peaceful. Nobody ever gets hurt.
Right. That's true.
Well, that's not true. So the Buenos Aires Tetra, those guys, they're kind of bullies, and they eat plants. So if you're thinking about some,
they went on their list tonight.
Yeah, Buenos Aires are definitely plant eaters. They're great fish. They get pretty big. I mean, there's some pretty big males. That one in particular, they get pretty big, but they like plants a lot. Hi, buddy. Being nice.
That's a big one.
That's interesting. Tim Moen was talking about introducing copepods and how they get scarfed down immediately. Do you recommend putting them in at night? Yeah, absolutely. It's one way they can get down to the bottom relatively safely. And once they're on the bottom, they get a better means of protecting themselves. So by all means. I would not, however, do that with mosquito larvae. You want to put them in daylight so they get scarfed down immediately.
Definitely. I learned that lesson the hard way.
Beautiful, Corey.
Yeah, they are.
Now they want to come out. Hi, buddies.
Hey, there they are.
There they are. We do have more varieties of rainbows over here.
Yeah, we have
you
rainbows
at
at
that tank. That would be nice in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been looking up eyeing up the millenniums. We have a whole bunch of really nice millenniums at the store. I think they'd really like one here, just the reds with the green and reds of him and the blues of the turquoise rainbows.
We're going to be spawning them shortly. We need to start getting some Java moss balls going. We haven't put Java moss in tanks yet.
No, not at all.
We need to do that so we can. That's a great nesting material. for a lot of egg scatterers,
That's really cool.
particularly those with adhesive eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yep,
let's
that's all I got.
We got about 15 minutes left.
Yeah, that's my favorite tank right there. I love how lush and green that is.
Everyone
That's my
seems
goal
to.
now is to get a tank that lush.
Yeah, pretty fish too.
Mm-hmm. Love the angel.
Yeah, there are really, really nice fish in here. There's the Geo top of hill. Hey, buddy.
That here, sure enough.
And then there's some absolutely stunningly beautiful Congos in here, and bleeding hearts as well. And their fins are starting to really come out and look.
Oh yeah.
But they will not come out here. They're right in the back, right there. They just will not come out.
The Congos.
Yeah, the bleeding hearts are looking really nice as well, but they're not having it. I'm surprised he's even coming out. Hey, buddy.
That's a pretty fish.
Geo's
I really
beautiful fish. I love Geo's. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really pretty. I love his eyes.
Yeah, his eyes are gorgeous, and I love the coloration on the fins that's right under him.
Yeah, his back fin has the same blue pops, kind of blue, and he's really, really pretty.
He's kind of shy though, huh?
Yeah. So he just kind of does his thing on the bottom, and when he wants a little extra of the brine shrimp or the bloodworms, he'll bring himself forward and be like, "Hey, I want some too," and that'll be about it. Great fish though, and there's
yeah.
Colombians. I doubt we'll be able to see either one of them, but there's absolutely two beautiful Colombian spotted plecos. There's one in here somewhere, and there's one in this one somewhere that we got. I got from the store. Lou was kind enough to give them to me, so I was kind enough to take them.
That was sweet.
It really was. I really liked him a lot, so he just told me to put them in a bag and bring them home, so I did.
That's awesome.
Pack them up. All right.
The colors on those red ones, wow. And is that the new food that you're feeding them? Is why they're so colorful? Because I mean, the color just pops.
They're Serpe tetras, so they're just naturally red like that. They're old. They're probably about they're a little over 2 years old.
Oh wow.
We haven't started with the. Well, we are feeding some of the color enhancer to our discus. They're getting it. But we got a couple of big bags coming in this week.
I just feed Omega-1, just the Omega-1 flake, and then the pellets for the bigger fish.
Oh, cool.
We had new food coming in. It'll be available next week. Excited about it.
Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey, he came out. Awesome.
Look at that. Senegal.
That is a really cool fish.
Sorry, the glass is kind of dirty.
They are amazing.
Yeah, he's really cool. I really like him.
Yeah, he is cool. Almost looks like spikes down his back.
Those are, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that part of their skeleton, Lou? Those little spines on their back?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's an old world fish. It's actually a very primitive fish. They're air breather. They don't have workable gills. It's one of those animals that went from water to land back into water.
Oh no, that's interesting.
They're from Africa, and they're genetically an ancient animal. There are about 5 different species of them. They vary mostly in pattern.
That is really cool.
I've seen them crossbreed.
Yeah, it's been really fun to have him and keep him. I didn't think so I wasn't really sure about Polypterus. You know, I knew they were ambush predators, so I wasn't really sure how he would do it with other fish, but him and that Severum actually usually swim together. They'll usually swim right alongside each other for a while. So, and he's never tracked a
They're
tiger
not
barb.
aggressive fish. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if he'd take a shot at him, but now he'll just kind of swim around. I think because the Severum has a little bit better eyesight, he'll kind of the Severum lead him to the food.
That is so fascinating.
So, Albert King.
Cool.
I'm glad he came out. I hadn't seen him in a couple of days.
Yeah, I am too, because that is definitely one of the most interesting fish I have ever seen, Corey.
Well,
So we have them as well. We have a couple of the other species. I think my favorite one that we have is called Polypterus and licori. Those are really interesting.
Yeah.
They have some patterns. You know, the Senegals are nice too, but they just kind of stay like that kind of olive greenish gray color with a little bit of spot. Licori sort of a silvery white with like black dust modeling. Beautiful.
Right.
And they get big.
They do.
They're all really, really, really interesting.
That's really cool. Thank you so much, Corey, for coming up. We got Dre and Charles mating.
Sweet. I can't wait to see what they got.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love your fish.
You guys, thanks for having me. I'll see you in probably about 12 hours, Lou.
See you in the morning, right?
Bye.
All right. Dre is here.
Hey.
Oh, that's Charles. What happened with Dre? Let me bring up Dre.
Hey,
how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Nice. My babies are so beautiful in here. They just make the tank look more active to me. I love it.
Oh, look at that.
That's a Green Lantern one.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
You can see him better from up top. He looks blue from up top.
Oh, planets. Nice.
Yeah, so I got some nice ones. I love it. It's nice watching them breed and get their natural state. Yeah.
Yo-yo Loach.
Yeah, I love him.
I
He's
love
grown.
those.
He has grown.
Oh, yeah.
He was messing with everyone before, but now he's just chill and he's not even troubling the babies anymore. He's
cool.
Yeah. But Father Fish, look at that. Look back there.
Oh,
Look at
so
the babies
cool.
down there. Look at
There
that.
are a lot of them.
That is so neat.
They are adorable, Dre.
I appreciate that. I want to try the humpback limia next.
Lilians. Right.
Yeah, because I heard those are live bearers too.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to try when I get tired of these ones breeding.
Nice.
Might need a
A lot
different
of
tank.
color there. There's a lot of color and pattern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to beat
Yeah.
bodies.
Yeah, I got to give some of them to my my local fish store when they get too much in here.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just called to show the progress, like I said last week.
Thank you, Dre. Very
I
nice.
appreciate y'all.
Bye for now.
Mhm.
Okay, Charles. Let's see if we can get him up.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I just wanted to say I went to collect some creek water, had it in a container, and I noticed some Daphne in there, so I put them in 2 glass jars. I want to show it to you. I want to switch the camera, though. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hold on 1 sec. Right here. I don't know if you can see it. Any movement in there, but there's some Daphne in there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's loaded. Yeah, that's nice.
Do you have any green water to feed them?
I put some algae in there from my tanks, but I don't have any green water. I was just thinking about that too, and I have some in this one too. Another jar.
Set some outside. Put a little bit of vegetable matter in it.
Okay.
And then just put it out in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so guys, because when when the sun's over here in the window, I have it open. I have the that pulled open so the sun comes in here. But
Okay.
I don't know where I would get green water from, except for I put some algae chips in there, but that's not the same thing.
Just
And then
put some lettuce in it and set it out in the sun.
okay,
And it'll happen all by itself.
okay, all right. That's other thing I want to show you is that Madagascar lace. Where is it? This camera's not showing the right direction. I don't know why it does that, but
Yeah, I know the feeling.
why is it doing that? Wait a minute.
Yeah, mine was doing it earlier, and I'm not sure why. It's strange.
That's the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not showing what I want you to see.
Hmm.
Wait, there it is. See it?
I see it. Yep, absolutely.
There's two leaves came through. It's not growing very fast, but
Well,
it is a tall.
yeah, it could jump up. Sometimes they just jump up, and sometimes they're very slow. I think I don't know what it's got to do with exactly. It's an annual that grows back every year. So
Okay.
some years it'll grow very fast, and others very slowly.
Okay.
It looks good. It looks healthy.
Yeah, so this is a very tall tank too, don't forget. So the light doesn't, I mean, I have the light on full, so.
Yeah, they don't require a lot of light. It's
Right.
It's kind of a shade plant, actually.
Oh, it doesn't require a lot of light?
They don't take a lot of light.
Oh, right, I got you, okay.
They grow in forest rain pools
That's cool.
Okay.
that dry out after 6-8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it kind of goes dormant for a while, right? I think I've heard.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. The jungle valve is getting taller. The corkscrew jungle valve is getting taller back there.
Yeah, right.
So
Nice.
it's acclimating. I want to show you one more tank real quick, all right?
Okay.
I know it's getting close to the closing time.
Okay.
But this one here, the jungle valve is just going nuts in here.
That's beautiful.
All the jungle valve back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I got
It was, it's probably just too much competition for it with the moths, but it looks very healthy. It's a strong, healthy plant.
Right.
Yes.
And I keep getting runners. There's one right there, and there's one right next to the Amazon sword.
Yeah.
If you can see it in the camera. So there's runners everywhere. So it's probably going to take over. I mean, the Amazon sword's been in there since the beginning. When I just showed you.
It will. Yeah.
It will.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
So I would say at all my tanks, this is probably the most, I guess, rich tank of the plants growing like nuts. The other tanks, not so much, but they're growing okay.
Yeah.
So.
I love the way you got the Java moss in there. That is beautiful.
Yeah. So what happened with that is I planted some of that from another tank, I believe, and it just stuck to the wood. And then for whatever reason, the tank had to acclimate, and there was all that algae in there. So I had duckweed on the top, and I let it cover the whole tank for like a week or two, and it killed off all the algae. I took most of the duckweed out, and now the Java moss is just growing like crazy like that. I think it's also Christmas moss mixed with it too, not just Java moss.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But
yeah, it is.
Well, I wish the baddest fish would come out because they're always hiding. So because all those plants back there, they hide. So they only come out. They only come out when I put stuff in there. So, but it's hard for them to eat the dry food. They want live stuff, honestly. Right. So, yeah. I think I show them again.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just switching the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, cool guys.
Thank you, Charles.
You're welcome.
Very nice.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye for
Sounds
now.
great.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
All right. We're down to it here, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, getting close. Well, it's been a fun evening.
It has.
Got
It really
to see a lot
has.
of fish tanks. Got to talk about a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked me to talk some more about home fish food. Anything that doesn't foul the water,
Mm-hmm.
that has a lot of protein in it, and doesn't break down. Like, I would never feed bread, for
Yeah,
example,
definitely.
because bread will turn into mush, and it has the ability to completely foul a tank.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of thing you want to avoid. So any sort of cereal is much the same problem. In addition to which, fish don't digest grains well at all. Grains are not grasses, for example, grass seeds are not a natural food for fish. The fish tend to eat more high protein stuff. There are some fish that will eat vegetable matter, but most do not. Most eat animal matter, whether it's insects or other fish or snails or whatever. They're protein oriented animals. So if you typically want to think in terms of protein, which means things like cat food, which is high in protein, particularly the canned cat food. Now, if you're going to do something like that, you want it in water, not oil. Never feed, if you're feeding a canned food, even tuna fish.
Mm-hmm.
Do not feed anything that is in oil, because it will form a slick on the surface. It will not be eaten, and it will guaranteed foul the tank. It'll prevent the natural rhythm of OT/CO2 exchange at the surface. So if you're going to be feeding something like that, make sure it is in water, or make sure you rinse it thoroughly. Like cat food, canned cat food. I mentioned that earlier, but you really want to run it through warm water. It doesn't need to be hot water, but warm water in a sieve. Run it through that so that you're getting all of the oils out. There are certain oils, omega oils, that are not a problem in a fish tank, but animal protein, animal like warm-blooded animal, like beef or pork, those oils are problematic. Or any kind of vegetable oil, highly problematic. They are not digestible by the fish, and they like hot dogs. I would never feed hot dogs because there's so much fat in them, and it cannot be digested by the fish, and so it forms a slimy, nasty mess at the surface even after it's eaten. So there are things that it makes sense to avoid. So think about it. Think about what you're feeding. If you want to feed from the breakfast table or the dinner table, think carefully about what you're doing and make sure what you're putting in is not going to contain the kind of oils or the kind of glutens that are going to clog up the fish and clog up the water. But you certainly can do that. You certainly can. Victor is talking about the dire wolf. The dire wolf, which has been extinct for 1,000 years, has been genetically rebuilt. and is now existing as a dire wolf, signaling the beginning of the end of extinction.
Yeah, I never have thought that would have been possible.
Yeah, by achieving this, there will be other animals that will be able to be brought back as well. So it's a very, very, very exciting time.
Yeah,
We may yet have our own Jurassic Park.
Right, that's one of my favorite movies.
Including the fish. We want the fish.
I want those giant snails.
The giant snails, right?
Yeah, I forget what they're called. The ones that look like ram's horn snails.
Oh, there's some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ancient snails.
Mm-hmm.
I used to collect all that stuff. All right. We're done for tonight, I guess, Scott. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks,
Delighted to
everybody.
be here. We got.
Yeah.
Stay.
Love you guys.
There it is.
As they swim about their home.
Love you all.
I love my little fishies as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found
Love y'all.
the peace that comes from watching my fishies as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Amen. God bless you all.
God bless you. Love y'all.